On our farm here in Northern Portugal, we have a dream. That dream is to live a life off-grid, to rely on nothing more than energy from the sun, water from our own spring, food from our own gardens, and the love of family. We have a really long road ahead of us. Our water source is already off-grid, but it's far from perfect. Our electricity is currently connected to the mains, and sometimes it feels like unraveling from that will be harder than it would be if we were just starting from scratch. But this is a journey, and every single choice we make is a step towards our ultimate goal. With a lot of hard work, some tears, lots of smiles, and 2 little boys to keep us motivated, we're so sure that our dream can come true.
I'm so excited. So last week we announced the winner of our recent playground competition, and the design is for a Swiss Family Robinson type style kind of playground. This is the spot. We're picturing a crow's nest on this rock overlooking the view, with a tree house in the trees behind me, a swinging rope bridge out down towards a platform that then goes down onto the lawn. Oh man, I'm excited. But first, we got a tiny house to build. We've got seeds to plant. We've got greenhouses to put up. We've just got a lot to do.
And we've just got a delivery.
And we've just got a delivery.
Let's go see what it is.
Hi darling, it's a very exciting day.
What's in the box?
Our EcoFlow River 2 Pro has arrived.
Oh my God!
As everybody knows, we've been working with EcoFlow for quite a while now. We've actually got a larger one of their boxes, but we found dragging that box around parts of this farm to be quite challenging. It's very heavy because it's a beast of a box. So EcoFlow very kindly have sent us this box. We're going to put it through its paces to see how we get along with it. Open. All right then, come on then. Do it. Watch your fingers. Watch your fingers. So ultimately, as everybody knows, what we really want for this farm is to be completely off-grid. We don't want to have to use any electricity from the grid whatsoever. What have we got, buddy?
Buddy, is that exciting?
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness, that is such a cool, compact little piece of kit.
Shall we go and plug it into the solar panels and get it fully charged?
I love how small it is.
Yeah, me too.
Well, can you just like swing that along like a briefcase?
Yeah, so the box, yeah, exactly. So the box says it weighs around about 9 kilograms, which is just like lovely. There's a lot of power in this 9 kilo box. So I was excited to read this box charges about 3.5 times faster than some of its competitors. Takes around about 70 minutes to go from 0 to 100% charge. Pretty cool. Love it.
So that's good for you, love, because you've got a spare bedroom to build in approximately 2.5 weeks.
That's true. Let me tell you a little bit about this box. So this is the EcoFlow River 2 Pro. Sawyer's looking at me. He sat right between where the camera is, so I've got an audience. Are you all right, Sawyer? This is the EcoFlow River 2 Pro, and I love it because it's providing us with money-saving power independence. We stick our solar panels out, the sun charges the box, it saves us money, and it makes us feel good also about the environment. So this little box is capable of 768 kilowatt hours. I have no idea what that meant, so I googled it, and this is what I came up with. With one charge on this box, you can charge your phone 57 times. 40 watt AC fan, 13.5 hours worth of power in this little box. Okay, let's get really serious. Your TV a 50-inch TV, wait for it, 5.6 hours. You watch telly for 6 hours. Nobody watches telly more than 6 hours a day, normally, anyway, unless you've got your binge watching the newbies, in which case, okay, welcome. You can power your microwave for around about 45 minutes solidly from this badger. That's amazing. Well, we're here. Let's have a look at what's on the front of this box. We've got 3 normal USB ports. We've got a USB-C 100-watt port. That's pretty cool. Then we've got plugs. And if you're in the States or in the UK, you'll get, obviously, US plugs or UK plugs. That'll change. And then you've got yourself a cigarette or a car charger. And you can also charge it from here as well. And if you need to, and this is this right here, this is the solar charger right here. But if you wanted to, for example, charge it from your mains at home, you plug it in there. I think it takes around about an hour to charge up fully from your mains at home. And then you've got some power for the just in case at a later date. I know South Africans with your load shedding would find that pretty handy.
The last time we shared an EcoFlow product with you on our channel, we had the most incredible response, with so many people commenting, saying how useful they would find it in their own lives. So we really hope that the River 2 Pro is something that you can see using yourselves. It's so much more compact and could really fit into anybody's lives, and we think we should all be trying to take as much of the burden off the grid as we can, and harnessing solar energy and kind of giving yourselves a little bit of power independence is a really smart move. So if you're interested in the River 2 Pro and looking to make a purchase, please do it this weekend using the links below in our description. Making a purchase on EcoFlow's website today and tomorrow only, that's the 19th and 20th of February, you will earn double credits for every £1 you spend, which you can use as coupons to get a discount off any future EcoFlow purchases. We also get a very small kickback of commission from any purchases you make, and it's one way that you can support our channel and help us to be able to continue to create content for you every weekend and continue working on this, our dream of taking this farm completely off-grid. Thank you so much for all of your support as always. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Let us know if the River 2 Pro is something that's going to become part of your life. But for now, we've got some roof tiles to go and clean, and I can't say I'm looking forward to it. But it's got to be done.
All right, so we've decided to recycle, which, to be honest, is a lot of extra work, but here's our thinking behind it, and it's really solid, sound thinking. We've got a budget to stick to, pretty tight budget. We're looking at doing the whole thing for around about 500 euros, give or take. We budgeted the roof, we worked out all the sums, and to get a new roof would be around about 350, 400 euros, which would just completely blow the budget. So what we're going to do is clean these tiles off, have a look, find the nice ones, find the clean ones, find the good ones, the ones that aren't broken, and we're going to set them aside. We're going to reuse those. Of course, there won't be enough because there are a lot of broken tiles right there. So for new tiles, to find new tiles, we're going to go over to that derelict house just over there, and we're going to pick off a few of the tiles off of that roof. It's derelict anyway, water's getting in it. It'll be a project sometime in the future. I'm very much looking forward to starting that one. But here's the cool thing. We're going to take the tiles off of there. We're going to reuse these tiles. That means that's all for free, pretty much. We're going to get a roof felt or a roof membrane that will go underneath that roof. That will mean basically, even without the tiles, it's pretty much watertight inside there. We've got the EcoFlow River 2 Pro behind us. So everything we're doing here is completely sustainable and totally environmentally friendly. I charged that box up earlier today with the solar panels that I've got. So that's all free energy, and the water that's going through the pressure washer, that's just coming straight from the spring. But anyway, here we go. Let's clean all these tiles, let's stack them up and get ready to start fixing that roof. I'm excited. What's there? No, you show me where the spider is, Go, go, go!
I can hear the rumbling of a pressure washer, so I'm going to go head up, see how John's getting on with cleaning those tiles. I so hope we're going to be able to recycle them and use that as our roof, because it not only saves us money, but it also just feels better having kind of reused materials rather than buying new stuff. And I also just really love, I've just got here, he's using the pressure washer plugged into the River 2 Pro, which means that this entire project is off grid right now. I love it. How's it going, love?
Yeah, it's going quite well. Some of these tiles are really knackered and we definitely can't put them back on the roof, but I think we're going to be just fine.
Can I help?
Yeah, definitely. Do you want to take over doing this and I'll stack them for you?
Okay, cool.
Okay. Radio. Oh, I got a fair amount done there, darling, I think. You know? Half that pile is done, that's great. Crusoe, what you up to, dude? You're doing what? Oh. Yum, yum. Oh, wow, I see. That looks like great fun.
So I'm super impressed. That River 2 Pro just did that pressure washer for about half an hour. It wasn't even full, was it? It wasn't even half full.
I think it was about 40%.
40% charged when we started. It now needs a charge.
Yeah.
But that's pretty epic, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's very good. There's something really beautiful about knowing that we're recreating something that really needs to be fixed.
It does, doesn't it?
But
I was also thinking, like, this building, I thought it would be like the last thing on the list. You know what I mean? It would just be this like eyesore in the corner of the tram forever. But it's nice to be doing it.
Yeah,
doing it without kind of draining on resources, isn't it?
Or a footprint on the planet, you know.
Love it.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks, EcoFlow. It's really cool.
Thanks also, John, for doing it.
John. And me.
Well, yeah, she came and helped.
While this project's on pause, we got up to planting some seeds the other day for our vegetable garden. As you know, it's the project that I am most excited about, and to start getting little things into the ground felt really good. We do also have a greenhouse there by the gate, waiting to be installed. It's gonna have to wait a bit longer because priorities are kind of, you know, stacking up. But soon there'll be a greenhouse, and soon we'll be able to put some little seedlings in it. So, yay! But this is what we got up to the other day. It's another glorious sunny winter's day here in Northern Portugal, and well, we're just feeling so grateful. Sawyer is fast asleep in his buggy in the sunshine, which is just exactly the way everybody should have their daytime nap. Crusoe's asleep, and so I thought I'd get on with something that I've been really excited to do, which is get some vegetable seeds in the ground. I bought a whole bunch of seeds the other day, and some planting trays, and we have a very big delivery coming this week, which will make all of this kind of come together. I've done a bit of reading about what I should be planting now, but do you know what? I kind of think that we're just going to try all sorts of different things and see what works, because I really do think the best way for us to learn all of the stuff that we need to know is to try and make mistakes and to kind of learn from the process. I've kind of been almost too frightened to start because I don't really know what I'm doing, and so it felt like an overwhelming prospect to think, well, what happens if it doesn't work? Well, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You try something else. So yeah, let's just get started, I say. So here we go. There's Sawyer just behind me. Oh, so nice in the sunshine. Hopefully next time we do this, we'll be using our own compost. And we have started composting, but I don't think it's quite ready to be used. So we're going to use a bought compost just to get our seeds started, and give our compost heap a little bit longer to kind of settle and break down into proper usable compost. So yeah, what a nice way to spend a day. So Joelle's family gave us some potatoes yesterday for us to plant in March and get into the ground for our own potato harvest. They've been so unbelievably generous, and last year gave us a whole bunch of their own onions and potatoes and things to kind of see us through. And I really hope that one day, if we get good at this, we'll be able to do the same, and you know, be able to share whatever we grow with whoever would like it. I think I've said before, I'm really interested to kind of adopt a permaculture principle here on the farm. Whether or not it'll ever be a fully, like, you know, sound permaculture project, I don't know. But there's so many principles of permaculture which I think are to only be commended and are really exciting. And one of them is that you have no waste and that you give back to the community and involve the community as much as possible in whatever you're doing, because that's the way that nature thrives, is by kind of working together and learning together and using each other. So hopefully in time we'll be able to walk across to Joelle's mum and dad, who've been so good to us, and give them a big bag of something fun that we've grown. I look forward to that day very much. Okay, so I know tomatoes can go in now, as can peppers, but they like to be warm, so they're definitely going to want to be in the greenhouse. I also bought a whole bunch of different herbs and lettuces and spinach. Outdoor cucumber.
Do you want some advice, darling?
Yes, please.
Just put it in the ground.
Okay.
Water it and wait.
Okay.
Comments below, folks, if you've got some tips or hints for seed planting. What seeds you got there?
Cucumber. Tiny baby cucumbers. Hopefully, if you're watching this and you also are new to planting vegetables, or you're old to planting vegetables and you're very experienced, or you've just been intrigued by planting vegetables but have never tried it yourself, being a part of our process from start to end
while we make all of the mistakes and learn all of the lessons, but also hopefully have some success, will be fun. Be good to do it all together. My plan in the veg garden is to also set up a few no-dig beds. I know a few of you have recommended that we look at a channel also with the project in Portugal called Make Do Grow, and we do love their channel. We watch it quite often and love what they've done. They work so unbelievably hard, but they've had some interesting experiments where they've compared potato growing in no-dig beds compared to dig beds. And I know that the no-dig beds were not only more successful in terms of yield, they were also a little bit less work and a bit less back-breaking. So we've got a few beds which we've dug into the ground for things like onions and peas and stuff. But I think alongside that I've been collecting some cardboard, and I want to set up some no-dig beds over the coming weeks and just kind of experiment, see what works and what doesn't. Peppers. These are cherry tomatoes. I'm trying to label these so I can remember what everything is. It's cucumbers, peppers, cherry tomatoes, and then these will be these tumbling tom tomatoes, which look quite fun. They're suitable for pots and hanging baskets.
The cool thing about all of this, darling, is that when you turn that seed tray the other way around, you'll forget.
No, I won't. I'm very clever.
Look for what I found, my darling. Mummy is planting. Show Crusoe what you're planting.
So I'm planting, buddy, courgettes.
Where's the fun stuff?
This one's especially
Melon! Mum's planting melons, Mum's planting melons. Look, there's seeds in there, buddy. And the seeds are going to grow and then they're going to give us some food. So you can eat it all. Exhausted planting seeds.
So the planting didn't carry on for very long this morning as far as seeds are concerned because, well, it's a Sunday and we're quite tired. I think we often get comments on our channel saying, you know, Crusoe's the best toddler ever and he never gets upset and things, and he is an amazing kid and he is generally very, very happy. But I would hate for anybody to be under the illusion that he's also not a completely normal 2-year-old. And 2-year-olds are challenging. So he hasn't been feeling his best this week and he's been challenging. And Sawyer also hasn't been very well. So he's been waking up. He's also 4 months old, so they talk about something called a 4-month regression, and if that is real, then he's very much in that, which means he's waking us up probably every hour, if not every 2 hours, and so we are feeling pretty knackered, but it's all good stuff and nothing to be complained about. And I don't talk about it, you know, we don't share Crusoe having tantrums or behaving badly, because one of the big reasons for us doing this channel is for our own memory bank and for our own sakes to look back and remember everything. And I would love for my children to be able to look back and watch these videos and just see how much joy there was in our day-to-day and how much joy they brought into our lives. And, you know, we all have bad days, and I don't think that those need to be kind of, I don't know what the word is. But anyway, I think you know what I mean. This is a positive space and a happy space, and I would love that to be the way that they look back on all of these things. But I also just don't want anybody to believe that we've got some kind of miraculous children that never give us any trouble or never make us tired, because that's also not true. So anyway, after a brief snooze on the couch, cuddling Crusoe, which I loved, it's now back to work.
So we're going to start laying some cables now. Crusoe's here, he's helping me out as always. My plan is to lay the cables, run them in, chisel them into the walls, put sockets and light switches and stuff like that that you'd find in every normal house. But at the end of all of that, there's going to be a plug. And that plug is basically going to just click into the EcoFlow River 2 Pro box. And when we don't need the box and when nobody's staying in here, we can just lift the box up and take it out, use it elsewhere on the farm. And when people are staying in here, we can bring a fully charged box in, plug in the electrics into the entire room into that box, and voila, there's electricity in here. It's going to be a fun project. I'm looking forward to getting started. So let's lay those cables. And, you know, we can actually have electricity in here before we've got a roof back on. Brilliant. Okay, this corner right here that I'm squeezed into right now, right next to the door, this is going to be where the EcoFlow box goes. We're going to build sort of a cupboard system here, a shelf system for clothes and what have you. And on the floor in the bottom, we'll have the EcoFlow box. This end of the cable will have a nice plug on it, solid plug. And basically when we come into the room, we'll just plug it in, and there, voila, in the whole room there'll be electricity. So that's what's going to happen in this corner. Next, at this end of the room, there'll be a bed, I think anyway. Tara's umming between having it as a lounge area that converts into a bed, or a sitting room area that converts into a bedroom, or whether she really wants a bedroom in here. For now though, I think we'll go with the fact that there's going to be a double bed at this end of the room. So every double bed really needs a plug either side of it. So what we're going to do is put a plug around about here and another plug there. And this cable that we've got running from that plug that will plug into the EcoFlow box will come up here, connect, come back down again, along there and back up to the next socket. Pretty straightforward stuff. We'll have another box that comes from there, and then there'll be a plug on the wall just behind where the camera is. So there'll be 3 plug sockets in this room. I think for a space this size, that's absolutely plenty.
Well, that is the end of a really busy week on the farm. We so hope that you've enjoyed this video, and if the EcoFlow River 2 Pro is something that you're ready to incorporate into your own life, don't forget those links in our description and the extra offer this weekend only for double credits on every £1 you spend. We will be back next week when John is going to be knocking through the windows in the tiny house, trying to fix the roof. I've got some stuff in here I'm so excited to show you because this room has really come on masses since we were last putting the tiles in. But for now, our EcoFlow box has found its home in the kitchen. I use it every evening to power things like my blender, and it's time to settle down for the night. The boys are just tidying up in the tiny house, so I'm going to bring them in. We're going to have some tomato soup for supper. And I suppose the only thing left for me to do is ask you please to give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, it's completely free and very easy to do. Leave us a comment because we love hearing from you, and as always, just thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next week, folks. Bye!